Has a makeup artist ever made you look like a clown for your wedding day? The makeup artist I hired from Instagram completely ghosted me 2 hours before my wedding. I'd booked her 6 months in advance, paid the full $400 deposit, and even did a trial run that looked amazing. The morning of my wedding, I'm sitting in my hotel room surrounded by bridesmaids when I get this text. So sorry, can't make it today. Family emergency. I call her immediately, straight to voicemail. I message her, no response. I'm literally shaking because I have terrible acne scars that I was counting on her to cover. My maid of honor runs to the hotel gift shop and returns with the most random assortment of drugstore makeup you can imagine. We're talking CoverGirl foundation 3 shades too dark, some crusty mascara that had clearly been the display model, and lipstick in passionate plum that looked more like a bruise on my fair skin. I've never been good at makeup, that's why I hired a professional. But there I was, 90 minutes before walking down the aisle, watching YouTube tutorials on my phone, and sobbing while trying to blend foundation with a hotel room washcloth because we couldn't find sponges. The worst part? My husband's ex is a beauty influencer, and she was attending the wedding with her new boyfriend, who happens to be my husband's cousin. I knew she'd be there looking perfect, judging me with those perfectly winged eyes. I ended up with foundation that oxidized to orange within minutes, eyeshadow that creased instantly in the summer heat, and fake lashes that kept popping off at the corners. One actually fell into my champagne during the toast, and I had to fish it out while everyone watched. My mother-in-law kept making these little comments like, "Oh honey, didn't anyone help you with your face?" And my photographer was clearly panicking, trying to find angles that wouldn't highlight the disaster that was my makeup. To make things worse, my sister's attempt to fix my contour made me look like I had dirt smudged on my cheeks. The hotel lighting made everything look fine in the room, but the second I stepped into natural light for pre-ceremony photos, my dad actually gasped. Not exactly the reaction a bride wants. I tried using the hotel hand lotion to tone down the foundation, which only made it pill up in weird patches around my nose. My eyes were so red from crying that no amount of eye drops could hide it, and the blue eyeshadow my bridesmaid insisted would bring out my eyes just made me look like I was stuck in 1985. During the ceremony, I could feel sweat making the makeup slide down my face. The officiant kept glancing at me with this concerned look, probably wondering if I was having an allergic reaction. My husband later told me he was momentarily startled when he saw me walking down the aisle, but bless him, he recovered quickly. The reception was even worse. Dancing made everything melt even more, and the venue's bathroom lighting was so harsh that when I went to touch up, I nearly had a panic attack. My college roommate tried to help by offering her own foundation, but she's about 5 shades darker than me, so that was a no-go. The cherry on top, the makeup artist posted on her Instagram story that same day, at the beach with friends. So much for that family emergency. Would you believe she had the nerve to message me a week later asking for a review? I still can't look at my wedding photos without cringing. We paid extra for a golden hour photo shoot, but all the golden light in the world couldn't fix what was happening on my face. My husband says I looked beautiful, but I know he's just being kind. We actually had to pay the photographer extra to heavily edit the photos. The worst part was finding out later that the makeup artist had double booked with a celebrity client and chose them over me. One of my guests recognized her from another wedding she'd seen on social media, happening the same day as mine. I checked, and sure enough, there she was, doing makeup for some local influencer's wedding while I looked like a hot mess on what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life.